Hello everybody, this is Yvonne for Yvonne's Love Stream Walks, and here I'm looking over as the sun is setting behind those houses on Friday the 12th of December 2025, and I'm down at the park which is at one end of the high street of Forres, the town of Forres, Forres, not far from Findhorn. And I'm just really delighting in these reflections of the winter trees on this mill pond before it hits the weir just down there, and then we get lots of lovely sounds of gushing water. But I always feel like I can just dive down into another world where these trees, it's like their roots are tapping down into the earth. It's very beautiful. So hello Rebecca Lynn, Diane, Susan. Who else did I see there? Susan was very quick coming in today. And yeah, it's been, look at that clear blue sky. And not so cold, about 6 degrees Celsius. Not like your stormy day in Nova Scotia. Yeah, very calm day here. And just looking around again as people are maybe coming on. Yeah, the sun is just over there. You can see the tinge. But yeah, very beautiful sunny day. And we've got this amazing, I don't know what that is up in the tree, but it's a very beautiful, well-balanced tree as it cascades out. And then over there into the park across the road. And then down in just what's left of a willow tree over here. Let's go over and have a look. But yeah, it's just, I'm sure you remember walking here more in the spring and the summertime. I often come because there's beautiful little fairy rings of crocuses around some of the trees. But look, the willow has got a few leaves left on it. Very graceful as it drapes. I don't know where everybody is today, actually. But anyway, we will have a lovely little walk. And hopefully, I mean, yesterday it was very cloudy. And so the lights in the main street of Forres sort of were very apparent. But now with the sun so bright today as it goes down, I'm not sure how the lights of Forres will be. But anyway, it'll be what it'll be. And I do love wintry trees when all we can see is the starkness of the boughs. Ah, Bonnie, welcome. I'm down here at the park. It's the Mossett Burn here. And remember, we have a little channel of water here. It's very nice at this time of day. Sunset today is at 28 minutes past 3. So we're getting close to solstice. So it doesn't get much earlier than this. I think sunset's at about 20 past 3. And it rises just before 9 a.m. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I think it must be like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's so dark. And then it turns out to be 8 o'clock. And I think I better move myself. But this is a gorgeous park, and the trees along here with that lovely tinge of sunset are beautiful. Hello, Ellen. Yay, you remembered the timing today, 3 o'clock, not 4 o'clock. And of course, tonight is the winter gathering. For those of you who want to join and watch, the link is on my Facebook page, Yvonne's Love Stream Walks. Ah, hello, Olive. And it starts at 7:30 UK time and goes till about 10. And you want to stay on till the end because then you can sing the 12 Days of Christmas with me in my little cute dress that I bought in a charity shop in London on the weekend. I'm well chuffed with that find. I was looking for something and I found it, so I'm very happy. Look at the lovely green here. Very beautiful sight. Yes, I hope all's well with you, Bonnie, and your flood damage. Evelyn, good morning. Yeah, it's a lovely park. We've been here many times, but more when the flowers are out. I'll see Rebecca Lynn, your sunset's 4:17. You get nearly another hour. Yeah. We must be even further north or something like that. There's a nice little doggy over there. But yeah, it's a beautiful park. And if you've just joined, I was delighting in the incredibly clear reflections of the trees. Now, I don't want to fall in. Oh, the Feast of the Virgin of Guadalupe. There are many different celebrations. You know, I think the Swedish, can't think of the name of the saint, but yeah, and then the Dutch have Saint Nicholas, and the Ukrainians. I had a wonderful Ukrainian dinner last Friday night. We had 12 different dishes, and we're told that if you eat something out of each dish, you will be happy every month of the year. But if you only eat, say, 8 dishes, you'll only be happy for 8 months of the year. So, of course, I ate. I ate all of them. Look at the reflection of the cloud. Isn't that lovely? Yes, it is the 12th of the 12th. And this fantastic reflection as I bend over. Bend over, bend over, bend over. Look at that. It's sort of sparkling and rippling. Ah, Santa Lucia. That's the Swedish one. And a young girl walks with a sort of crown of flowers on her head, I remember. Look at that. Isn't that... It's like we've got little twinkling lights on the reflection of the tree. And these beautiful clouds just in the water. Look at that. Very beautiful. And the very typical stone cottages of this area of Scotland. So let's go for a little wander along here, waiting for it to get a little darker and maybe seeing some Christmas lights, but I'm not promising that. Yes, I'm in Forest Olive. I'm at the end of the high street, hoping that as I walk up the high street later, the Christmas lights will be on, but it's such a bright, clear day, I'm not quite sure about that. But anyway, we're just going to go for a wander along here. And as you can see, it really is a mill pond here today. And the bay was beautiful as well. And we had a lovely Zoom on Wednesday at the new time of 5 p.m. And we talked a lot about the quality of the walk last Friday, which was contentment. Some reflections on whether we're content or not with our present lot. And of course, being content doesn't mean that you can't work at changing things if that's possible. But contentment in the moment is very important. And today, today we're walking with a very lovely quality as this year comes to an end. Hello, Elaine, are you camping? And Evelyn, Elaine and Evelyn, but somebody there had, I thought I saw, or maybe I didn't. I thought I saw a tent, but maybe that was the praying hands. Anyway, today we're walking with the quality of forgiveness. And yeah, I don't know what I think about the one angel on her knees and the other angel. I think the quality of forgiveness goes very strongly with the quality of compassion. And it's sort of, and also goes maybe with the quality of understanding. But I think as the year comes to an end, it's probably time for us to clean up our leftover resentments and judgments, and if there's any forgiving that needs to happen, Forgiving of self, of course, as well. Forgiving of self is very important. We don't want to walk around with the burden of guilt and shame, do we, for the rest of our lives? Let's clear the decks as 2025 comes to an end. And just, let it all go. Maybe it's linked with the quality of release as well. Isn't this a beautiful little walk in the woods, so close to the town centre, and yet so peaceful. And I don't know where all the ducks have gone. Usually this area is really full of quacking ducks. Yeah, so I don't know how your week has been or what's happening in the coming weekend as the world goes, well, some of the world goes a bit mad with crowded shopping malls and the pressure to buy presents. Now you've seen this view before of the Mossett Tavern. And often there's a very lovely reflection here, I remember. And see the spires of St. Lawrence's Church behind. Many, many churches, something like 15,000 churches I heard at I went to the Findhorn Village, Conservation Village meeting this week, and the church in Findhorn Village is also up for sale, and of course the community wants to buy it, the Findhorn community, not the Eco Village. And but the Church of Scotland has like 15,000 churches that need to be sold, and this one, they did get a grant of £110,000 from, I think, the Scottish Land Grant, so that the community of Forest can buy the church and turn it into a community hub and venue centre, which is what the people in Findhorn Village want to do. I say Findhorn Village just to discern between Park Eco Village Findhorn and the traditional Scottish fishing village of Findhorn, just to be clear about that. Hello, Jeanette. Now, we got to meet Jeanette face to face on Wednesday at the Zoom. That was really lovely. Oh, Elaine, you've been in the Caribbean. And Jane, you're out shoveling snow. Ah, it's so lovely to have such a variety of things going on. Yeah, for those of you who've just come on, we're walking with the quality of forgiveness as the year comes to an end. Time to clear out all the resentments and any guilt or shame, and forgive ourselves and each other. Now we have a lovely little, what is this, a crane down here at the edge of the water. Oh, look. Can you see that? And off into the sunset. And Bonnie, you found your angel cards. Well, I have a very tragic thing to announce. I actually wanted to walk with the quality of peace today, and my angel card of peace is absent without leave. AWOL, it's gone AWOL, absent without leave. It's probably in a pocket of a jacket of mine somewhere. But anyway, forgiveness will bring peace. The sound of the water is gorgeous, isn't it? Gosh, all that snow. Jane. Yes, I think on the Zoom on Wednesday, Diane was talking about a snowstorm. Anyway, the water's gorgeous, but I bet it's cold in there. Hi, Julie. Missed you on Wednesday, but thank you for your contribution. Yes, the sale of churches. I couldn't believe that there were 15,000, but most of them hopefully are being bought by the communities and turned into community hubs and creches and even exercise places, and yeah, so they're being used, but it is a bit of a sign of the times. Now, I remember in the spring we came here and there were little circles of crocuses, little fairy circles of crocuses around these trees. And you can see the sun setting just over there, that smudge of orange. And there's nobody in this... Oh, yes, there is. I just saw somebody with the dog. I thought there was nobody else here except we lovelies. And, yeah, I was saying a minute ago that the quality from last week's walk of contentment brought a bit of reflection on the Zoom. And do join us. And actually, the next Zoom is going to be January the 7th. Which is a bit earlier in the month than usual, but necessary because of I have an appointment the next week. So January the 7th for the next Zoom, and next week we will definitely be meeting at 3 o'clock UK time, beginning in my house and possibly adjourning to the bay for our Christmas walk. We will not walk on the 26th, Boxing Day, but we will be back on the 2nd of January. So something for you to just... So we'll just miss 1 week and be back to start off 2026. Who can believe that? Woo! Look at these gorgeous branches. And I don't know whether I've mentioned the gene keys before. Gene, the gene keys. And I was listening to one the other day, and Richard Rudd says, what is the most I could do to bring positive and lasting change on this planet in this lifetime? Now that's a bit of a good question. What is the most I could do to bring positive and lasting change on this planet in this lifetime? He says the most efficient way to have the greatest impact. And he talks about cosmic forces and cosmic grace. And he says, don't get overwhelmed by the bigness of things. Just do what's in front of you now. Change what's in front of you now. And he says great changes come from lots of little invisible changes. And how to be an invisible force for good. Yeah, how to be an invisible force for good. All the little kindnesses we can do. And today, well, this coming week, Eileen talks about the one that I find quite challenging, and I wonder if you'll have a little giggle with me. She says, every experience is given to help us grow. Oh, I bet some of you can go, oh my God. So every experience is given to help us grow. And sometimes by going through difficult things, she says it helps us understand others. You know, if we can put ourselves in their shoes, if we've been through some tough times, and we're more able to be compassionate rather than condemning or judging. And then she says nothing is by chance. Now she says this quite often, and it's quite provocative to say that nothing is by chance. It's a bit shocking actually in some ways when you think of what's going on in the world. Yeah. And she says there's no such thing as luck and good fortune. We draw to ourselves all the very best and all the very worst. Well, there you go. Nothing like a bit of accountability. We draw towards us all the very best and all the very worst. Meanwhile, I'm just looking at these stunning trees, especially these 3. Look at these 3. Wow, look at that. Brilliant. Ah, hello, Mary Rose. Yeah, I think being in the 6th year of looking at Eileen's guidance from Opening Doors Within, you know, doing these walks has, you know, it's made me read her guidance every day for 6 years. It's quite a practice. And then to sort of, I don't know, I just don't accept it all. I sort of go, whoa, what are the ramifications of that one? Which is good. We all need to have questioning minds, don't we? Little bridge here. And the sun is pretty much, well, technically the sun sets here in about 5 minutes, but it looks like it's pretty much gone. But, you know, the branches are so beautifully stark against the blue sky. Ah, Maggie, you've missed half of it. We've been waxing quite profoundly on many things. So perhaps you can go back and have a look and a listen. This beautiful park at the end of the high street in Forres. We'll go up here again for those who missed it the first time. And we're walking with the quality of forgiveness of self and others, forgiveness of what life's hurled at us. We just finished saying, Eileen says nothing happens by chance, and we attract all the best and the worst. Like I said, accountability. Peter, you're late as well. Go and stand in the naughty corner. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're in this beautiful park in Forres, and there's a little seagull there having a little swim, and these absolutely stunning twinkling reflections that we were looking at before, and the sun just setting over there. Yeah, Peter was probably out on his bike. Peter, you set yourselves these great targets of miles to cover. I'm a bit like that with my walking steps. But it's very good, it keeps me fit. Now, shall we go across this little bridge? Going across this canal here. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's... Oh yes, of course, Peter, we all know that it's Eileen's guidance, her still small voice within. And we can also ask the question, where does that come from? So when I've received guidance, is it my higher self? Is it cosmic consciousness? What is it? It's something out of the field. Since everything is vibration and frequency, there is a field of energy. And it speaks to us. It's quite astonishing. Anyway, here we are in this gorgeous park. If I head up to the high street now, I wonder if any of the lights, Christmas lights, will be on. Look at the lovely the willow draping over there. It's very lovely. See, Peter, I know you quite well. You were out on your bike. I'm always out walking. But also, Eileen's guidance asks this week, are you radiating love and light? So we all talk about love and light. And I think all the meditations at Findhorn, usually we invoke love and light. And she asks us today, are we radiating that? These trees seem to radiate light, that's for sure. And if you've just come on, I haven't seen Tom today. I hope he's okay. He lost his voice, and I know he went off to see the doctor. But what's great about these walks is that you can type your voice in. Anyway, this is the bed of roses, which will just magically appear in the late spring and summer. But yeah, very lovely looking back. But yes, just if you've just come on, the Zoom in January is on the 7th. We are meeting at 3 o'clock next Friday for the Yvonne's Christmas walk in her house. And we are not walking on the 26th on Boxing Day, but we are walking on the 2nd of January. And next week, Friday, is the day before the winter solstice, where I'll talk more about the spiral happening in the Universal Hall. I think letting go of the quality of synthesis, which is such an appropriate quality for this year when, Kendall. I didn't see Kendall before, but she must be there because Peter is saying hello. Hello, Kendall. Thank you for the latest Marginalian, which I have not completely got through yet, but very profound. You can hear the birds. I don't know what the weather's like in Glasgow, Maggie. But before we go into the high street, I also want to read this little poem. I can't remember where I got it from. Oh, I know. I think I got it from an email from Hannah. And it said, "Don't wish me happiness." It says, "I don't expect to be happy all the time. It's gotten beyond that somehow. Wish me courage and strength and a sense of humour. I will need them all. Don't wish me happiness, for I no longer expect it to be a constant companion. Life has taught me that happiness comes and goes, like waves on a shore. Instead, wish me courage to face life's challenges, strength to endure its trials, and a sense of humour to keep me light in dark moments. These are the tools I will need most as I navigate the unpredictable journey ahead. Happiness will find its way back, but courage and resilience will carry me through." Wise words indeed. Anyway, let's wander up to the high street and see what we can see. There will be a bit of car noise, for which I apologise, but what can we do? School is coming out about now, and lots of people are out and about just before it gets dark. I'm glad you're having a beautiful evening too, Maggie. I mean, the trees are glorious, aren't they? I mean, we do love green leaves, but this is so beautiful also. All right, up we go. Sort of curious how different the buildings, or whether there is a great deal of difference between the type of building, the building materials of the buildings here and in where you are. Whether it's Canada, United States, Australia. Oh, look at the lovely sky over there. That's really pretty. You can just see the fading light. And the Christmas lights are on. Of course, they're not so bright because it's quite a light evening. And this church ahead of me is also, it's been unused, gosh, for the last 20 years. I've never seen it used as a church. It did have a community garden out the front for a while. But yeah, and they're such beautiful buildings. Some have been made into galleries, which they really suit being a gallery because they're so beautiful and high ceilinged. So we've got little, you can see the lights here, they'll become clearer as the sun goes further down. But I hope Peggy's on. I know she wanted to see the lights, but oh, I'm glad to meet your wishes, Rebecca Lynn. Yes, all sorts of, I mean, I guess you have similar sorts of decorations. I mean, in Australia, where it's hot and sunny, they still sometimes spray snow onto the windows. But you know that when Santa Claus goes to Australia, his sleigh is pulled by 6 white boomers, which are kangaroos. Yeah, there's a song about 6 white boomers racing Santa Claus through the blazing sun. We have to have, when I was growing up, it was all just as if we were in the winter, but Australia has created its own Christmas songs now. There's a lovely one called Out on the Plains, the Brolgas Are Dancing. Brolgas are beautiful Australian birds. Yeah, some lovely Christmassy windows. I'm sure you have this where you live as well. But yeah, there's a lot of traffic around at this time of day. But Forres is really blossoming. Oh yeah, they have barbecues in Australia on Christmas Day, definitely. Lots of people go to the beach. Seafood is very popular. Big platters of prawns and lobster and cold ham and cold pork. Oh, thank you, Kendall. Hot chocolate sounds very good. I got to keep my stomach flat because tonight I'm in the winter gathering, which there is a link on my Facebook page of how you can watch the live stream. It starts at 7:30. The dancing that I'm in, the Sacred Dance Group, we are second. So if you're a bit late on, you'll miss us. And then right at the end, I'll be leading the 12 Days of Christmas. And I have a cute little dress for that. Very Christmassy, of course. I do like dressing up. Yeah, the buildings, some of them are very majestic. And yeah, as I said, Forres is really blossoming. There's a gallery across the road there, and there's a beautiful Italian tailor there. And yeah, a lovely bookshop has opened, and yeah, it's really thriving. And if you came on later, I was talking about the 15,000 churches that the Church of Scotland is selling. And this is one of them, which is just being purchased by the community of Forres to be turned into a community hub. It's such an imposing building. It's fabulous. Fabulous. And look, there are still some little pansies. Anyway, it's always interesting what's happening in your neck of the woods with the snow and the, rain, storms. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was a big Bonnie. So here we are now. This is the main part of the main street. And yeah, the lights would be better if it was a cloudier day, but we're not complaining, are we? And we'll get up to the Tron and the clock tower. There's let me zip across the road. Peter, great that you're going to be playing piano. One of Eileen's guidances this week is about, she compares the practice you need to play the piano well to how we need to practice faith in the spiritual path. Oh, now look, there's these little blue ones. Yeah, a few oopses today. Yeah, look, so we've got... And banking. Now, the churches are all going, but also the banks are going. I don't know what it's like in your place. But here we now just have a banking hub. And each day of the week is a different bank. So instead of there being 5 banks before, there's now just the hub. And, actually, maybe there's only 4 banks here now. So, yeah, on Monday it's the Bank of Scotland, Royal Bank of Scotland, TSB, Virgin. So all different days of the week you can bank. In the bigger towns there's still banks. Yes, McLean's Bakery's still here. Our fireside conversations sound lovely. Look, here we are. And I love this clock tower. It's rather beautiful. And the tree, very pretty. There's lots of birds about. I don't know what they are actually. They keep circling. Well, yeah, that's why the banks are closing, because most people do it internet banking. Yeah, this gorgeous old stone buildings. Oh, look, there's a lovely man in his kilt in here. Oh, look. Yes, there he is, his kilt with his sporran, and then his busby on the top of his head. Ah, really nice. Okay. We won't stay out much longer because my fingers are starting to freeze off. Anyway, we're almost up to the other end of the high street. Just coming to a little garden on the right here, which won't have any flowers now, I don't imagine. There's a lovely weaving studio down there. Yeah, so it's a very nice little town. The cafe over there, apparently 1496 is when Forest became a royal borough. And it used to be an ironmonger. Now that's not a word you hear very often these days, is it? Ironmongering. It feels like a good place to stop. Yeah, the light is changing, exactly, and everything gets to be clearer, but the sun is setting down there. It's better when I look this way now. Yeah, and there's another church up there. I think that still is an active church, and then the community centre is there and the library as well. But okay, we've been going for 40 minutes and I'm going to leave you here. So I will see you in my house. You're all welcome to come and visit me in my house next Friday at 3 o'clock. The lady is weaving all sorts of things, but a lot of beautiful scarves and shawls and some mats and things. I don't know whether I've got time to walk down there. I don't know what the signal's like, but we'll leave it here for now. All right, thank you everybody for joining me, and lots of love. And remember, quality of forgiveness. over the next week. Mwah. Bye for now.